My girlfriend texted, "Stop acting so controlling or I'm leaving." I said, "Doors open." She laughed like it was a bluff, but I already meant it. By midnight, I had changed the locks and packed her things into boxes. 2 days later, she came back crying, but the door stayed shut, and silence said everything. Original post: I'm Ethan Miller, 34M. I work as a commercial HVAC project manager here in Denver, Colorado. Olivia Brooks, 30F, was my girlfriend. Marketing coordinator, sharp talker, always had a comeback for everything. We'd been together almost 3 years, living together for one. At first it was good, really good. Easy laughs, late-night takeout, shared playlists in the car, but slowly things shifted. Little comments turned into accusations. Concern turned into control. And somehow I became the problem for asking simple questions like where she'd be or what time she'd come home. That night started like any other. I was at the gym after work, just trying to clear my head. Deadlifts, noise-canceling headphones, nothing unusual. Then my phone buzzed on the bench. One message from Olivia. "Stop acting so controlling or I'm leaving." I stared at it for a moment. People always think there's going to be an argument. A panic, a chase, something emotional, but I'd heard versions of this before. Every time I asked about communication, I was controlling. Every time I wanted clarity, I was too much, so I replied. Then the doors open. I locked my phone. Finished my set, didn't rush, didn't shake, just done. By the time I got to my truck, my phone was exploding. 12 missed calls, voice notes, texts flipping from anger to panic in minutes. "You're serious right now?" That was a test, Ethan. You can't just throw me away like that. But I didn't respond. I drove home. She wasn't there. Perfect. That's when I started packing. Her side of the closet first. Dresses, coats, shoes, neatly folded, no anger in it, just order. Bathroom next. Skincare, makeup, hair tools. She had more shelf space than I did, honestly. By 9:30 p.m., everything she owned was in boxes lined up by the wall. I left a note on the counter. "You set the terms. I accepted them. Ethan." Then I changed the locks. Not out of revenge, out of clarity. That night, for the first time in months, the apartment was quiet in a way that didn't feel heavy. It felt clean. Update 1: 4 days later, the first person to reach out wasn't Olivia. It was her best friend, Kelsey. "She's not okay, you blindsided her." I didn't argue, I just said the truth. "She told me to stop being controlling or she was leaving." I agreed. Kelsey didn't reply after that. On day 2, Olivia showed up. Ring doorbell caught everything. She was standing there like she owned the place. Still had a key, still tried it, but the lock clicked uselessly. "Ethan, open the door. This is insane." I stayed inside. She started pacing. "You can't do this over a text." I finally spoke through the door. "You did it over a text first." Silence. Then anger. "You're really throwing 3 years away because of one message." That's when I realized she genuinely believed that version of events. Not manipulation, not misunderstanding, just selective memory. I didn't open the door. She left after 20 minutes, slamming the hallway wall on her way out. That night I called a locksmith. New locks. Deadbolt upgrade. The next day her behavior escalated. She started texting from unknown numbers. Then emails. Then a Venmo request for half the rent and groceries for the month. I declined it. Her message immediately after: "Wow, petty." Meanwhile, I noticed something else. My life got quieter, I slept better. A coworker named Marcus dragged me to a basketball league that week. I said yes without overthinking it. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't managing someone else's emotional weather. But Olivia wasn't done. Day 4, I got a message from someone at work. "Hey man, don't know what happened with you and Olivia, but she came into our office asking for you." That was new. That same afternoon, she showed up at my job site. Hard hat zone, restricted access, didn't matter to her. Security escorted her out after she told them she was basically his wife. I didn't even go down, I just kept working. That night I realized something important. She wasn't trying to fix anything. She was trying to regain control. Update 2.5 weeks later, the situation escalated the way these things usually do. Not louder, just messier. First came the social media wave, a post I never commented on. Some people switch up overnight and act like you meant nothing. Friends of hers flooded it with sympathy emojis. Then came the flying monkeys. Her coworker Brent emailed me through LinkedIn. Maybe you should hear her out. She's really hurting. I didn't respond. Instead, I documented everything, because it wasn't just emotional anymore. It was pattern. She showed up again at my gym, then the grocery store, then outside my apartment complex again, each time the same script. This isn't you. You're being manipulated. We can fix this. But I wasn't confused, I was just done. Then came the false narrative shift. According to her version now, I abandoned her without warning. Funny, considering I had the original text saved. The turning point came when she tried to enter my apartment again while I was at work. She still had an old spare key she forgot I never asked back. Ring camera caught her inside. That was the moment I stopped seeing this as emotional and started treating it as legal. I filed a police report. Not dramatic, just factual, screenshots. Footage, timeline, the officer didn't even hesitate. This is harassment if it continues. That same week, I met someone new. Her name was Harper. She worked in accounting on a project I was consulting for. Calm, no games, no emotional gymnastics. Just normal conversation that didn't feel like walking through a minefield. Olivia saw us once outside a coffee shop. That's when everything cracked wider. She didn't approach me. She approached Harper. Nothing physical, but enough for witnesses to step in. Police report number 2. This time, a trespass warning was issued. That was the moment I knew it was heading toward court. Final update: 6 weeks later, the courtroom was quieter than I expected. I brought everything. Texts, emails, doorbell footage, screenshots of every escalation. Olivia walked in looking different. Controlled outfit, calm face. The version of herself she wished she had been the whole time. Her lawyer tried to frame it as emotional misunderstanding. Then the judge read the messages out loud. "Stop acting so controlling or I'm leaving." A pause, then the follow-up. Then the doors open. The courtroom didn't laugh, but the meaning landed anyway. Restraining order granted. 2 years, no contact, 500 feet. Outside the courthouse, she didn't speak to me. She just looked like she finally realized the story wasn't going to rewrite itself anymore. Weeks passed. Then months. Her social media shifted into vague motivational quotes, healing, growth, betrayal narratives that didn't include context. My life moved forward quietly. Harper and I stayed together. No chaos, no tests, just consistency. Marcus still drags me to basketball every week, and the apartment feels like mine again. No walking on eggshells, no decoding moods. No guessing what version of the day I'd get. Just peace. Here's what I learned: when someone turns boundaries into accusations, they're not reacting to your behavior. They're reacting to losing control of it. And the moment you stop negotiating with control, the whole dynamic collapses. Sometimes that collapse is the healthiest thing that can happen. If this story hit close to home, drop a comment and share your thoughts or your own experience. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real stories like this.